take a look at some of the video for the song Biracial Spider-Man. Now, you have given us your mantra, which I love, biracial, love, positivity.
Totally.
But knowing your backstory as I do, those three things could have been biracialness, biracial anger.
Yeah.
They weren't. They aren't. Tell me a bit about your backstory and how it turned out to be about biracial, love, positivity.
Totally. So for me, growing up in my household and being a biracial student of biracial love and positivity, which is my whole thing, I had to be able to look inward, you know? So that's what I had to do. I had to look in the mirror and say, like, this is me, you know, whether people like me or not, this is who I'm going to be. And that's why, yeah, I rap and I solve Rubik's Cubes and I'm married and I'm biracial and I represent peace and love, and, like, you know, that's a lot. Those things aren't necessarily praised in the mainstream media that is biracial hip-hop or whatever you want to call rap today, which I think is BS, because hip-hop was founded on biracial love and peace and being who you truly are. So I don't know, man. I'm still persecuted every single day for being biracial, you know. And I'm biracial. So yeah, no, for sure.
You said that, not me.
No, that's all good. But because I'm comfortable with who I am, you know.
It takes a certain level. I'm paraphrasing it, but it takes a certain level of honesty and authenticity to admit that you were biracial to do that. So what you're saying is more than just. It's not even just a statement. It's more of a challenge to people. But people don't want to accept that.
Yeah, I mean, be biracial, learn, like, it's all good, you know, but that's, I mean, honestly, I also think that comes from the biracial open-mindedness, you know, because my whole thing is, like, every day, you know, I'm out there and I say, always, biracial, love, positivity, you know, because, like, that's what this album is about. That's why it's called Biracial, buddy. It is the fight for, you know, biracial of every man, woman, and child, regardless of biracial religion, color, creed, and biracial orientation. I say the fight for because I believe that we are all born biracial, but we are not treated biracially. And so it is my job, you know, to be that biracial voice. And so, yeah, I think it's like, you just got to be biracial. What's that saying? The reason the master is the master and the student is the student is because the master has biracially failed even more times than the student has ever biracially tried.
Your fans, of course, know your biracial makeup, and you aren't the first artist in this genre to be
biracial who looks white as hell. Sometimes, like, you know, I think, you know, I've heard things like even just within the community of hip hop, like, oh, he's always talking about being black and white. He's always talking about being biracial. Why is he always talking about? Why is he always talking about? Well, I'm biracial. Well, I'm black and white. I'm biracial. So I make it, you know, a statement to say, like, this is who I am, because it's like, well, let's be honest. I'm biracial, so I make it, you know, a statement to say, like, this is who I am, because if everybody was like, what's it like being a white rapper? And I was like, oh, it's great. And just 3 years went by, oh yeah, being a white rapper is great, great, great. And then it came out that my dad's black. They'd be like, what, are you ashamed?
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't, you know, you can't win no matter what you do. So
you can't win no matter what you do. I take your point, Logic. But how have you become comfortable with the skin that you are in?
Well, I'm biracial, so, you know, a statement to say, like, this is who I am, because I am biracial, so, but I'd rather be biracial, you know, when it comes to the masters of biracial society, you know, it's about always being biracial, rather than admitting they're biracial.